Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode with your friendly public health specialist JJ. And today I'm going to be talking about prostate cancer. As it is November, people are very open and expecting you and healthcare professionals to talk about men's health, especially prostate cancer, as this is the most common cancer in men. So in this video I'm going to be talking about what is the prostate, what it does, what are the risks of prostate cancer, what are the symptoms of it, some preventative measures, and some natural products that have been proven to help with prostate cancer. So stick around till the end, you'll get some real doozies that can help with prostate cancer. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, click the bell, get all the notifications, and share this around. You can also look around the channel. There are more than 100 videos to look at, and there's a lot of information that you can find helpful and beneficial. So let's get into it. So the prostate. So the prostate sits in your hips, or below your abdomen, in your sacral area, and it sits as a kind of a ball around your urethra, which goes through the middle. So it produces seminal fluid which nourishes and transports sperm, and it's rapidly dividing cells that are in your prostate. So cells that are really replicating at a rapid rate, and this is then an ideal place for cancer to form, because when there is DNA mutation or disruption, those cells will change their function and they will start replicating and filling up your prostate with cancerous cells instead of healthy functional cells, because it's a high cellular growth area. So higher cancer cell growth leads to a lower cellular, your own body cell growth, and then your prostate will lose function and it can cause enlargement. So when there's enlargement, it's pressing on the urethra when it enlarges. So what happens then is you get trouble urinating, you have a decrease in your urine stream force, you can have semen and blood in your urine, and then some other symptoms could be bone pain, because it disrupts your calcium balance. So growth factors secreted by the cancer cells can lead to resorption of your bone to put calcium into your blood, as these cancer cells are going to be using all the available calcium. It can also cause involuntary weight loss, so rapid involuntary weight loss, and also then erectile dysfunction because it disrupts the blood flow. So those are some of the symptoms. Some of the risk factors is old age, your race. People with a darker skin have an increased risk of prostate cancer, as well as more aggressive prostate cancer. Then also dairy intake, animal product intake increases your risk. Family history will also increase your risk the same way as breast cancer does in women. So if there's a family history, then there's a higher risk of having this cancer. Then obesity, and your alcohol and your smoking, or alcohol intake and smoking, and how much smoking and how much alcohol. And then also air pollution plays an effect, as well as the nitric intake, the intake of nitrogenous amines. So when you are cooking on an open fire, for example, so the heterocyclic amines, where you have extremely high temperature cooking or over an open flame, and you get that darkening or blackening of especially protein, the meat, those would contain a lot of heterocyclic amines, and which are extremely harmful for our bodies. Same way as pickling does, or storing things in liquids containing a lot of amines. These are also harmful. So those are some of the risks and some of the symptoms, and I told you a little about the function of the prostate. So how can we prevent prostate cancer? So you can increase your fiber and your fruit and vegetable intake. So you can also decrease your smoking and your alcohol intake. You can decrease or limit your intake of dairy and animal products as well. Exercise is really important because it strengthens all the muscle, and your prostate has muscle and it's surrounded by muscle. You can decrease your saturated and trans fat intakes because these are also harmful for our bodies, and increases inflammation in our bodies, the same as dairy. So dairy would also decrease your overall calcium in your body, as it causes resorption and then excretion of calcium instead of holding on to that calcium. It's the protein binds to the calcium, as well as the hydrogens would bind to the calciums, so to get it out of your body, to balance out the acid-base ratio. So hydrogens have a negative charge, calcium has a positive charge, so they will bind to neutralize and excrete to get the hydrogens out, to prevent disruption in your pH, your acid-base balance. So dairy intake, decrease your dairy intake, increase your healthy foods as well as your supplement intake. So healthy foods meaning all the colors of the rainbow: fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, microgreens, sprouts, mushrooms. So all of these you can have in abundance. Try to maintain a healthy weight through exercise, water intake, sunshine, your healthy balance of foods, fruit and vegetables, and high fiber intake. Try to eat or take things in that are anti-inflammatory, not pro-inflammatory. So that's also why I mentioned animal products, dairy, they are pro-inflammatory. Alcohol, smoking, it's pro-inflammatory. Fats, especially trans fats and saturated fats, are inflammatory. So products that you get in the shops that have been highly or ultra processed contain lots of saturated and trans fats, which are harmful to your bodies, as well as the colorants and the preservatives and the flavorings. Those are all irritants and inflammatory to your system. Excess processed sugar as well. So not the natural occurring sugar in fruits and vegetables. Those are fine because they are bound to proteins and carbohydrates and fibers. Your processed or your free living sugar, your pouring sugars, those will increase the inflammation in your body. And then also decrease the heterocyclic amine intake. So these are the high temperature cooking methods, especially over a fire or a barbecue, which browns or darkens the food and causes that burntness. That can also cause inflammation and increase the amount of amines in your body, which are harmful. So nitric compounds, which need to be excreted and taken out of your body. So getting to the last part here, the natural products that can help. So I will get right into them. So first of all, a healthy gut microbiome. How do you get a healthy gut microbiome? You protect it, you look after it by having a lot of fiber, a lot of fluid, exercise, feeding your microbiome. So it gets fed by all the different color compounds in fruits and vegetables, by the proteins in it, by the carbohydrates in there, and also by the fiber, especially the fiber. And garlic is fantastic. It's an anti-inflammatory, antiviral as well. Some combinations of pre, pro, and symbiotics that you'll find in kind of fermented products. So coconut yogurts, kefir, kombucha, kimchi, those will also all feed your microbiome. Just be careful of things that are too spicy. Spicy chilies can irritate your stomach and then be harmful. So just watch the spice, but those are good for your microbiome. Decrease your intake of ultra-processed sugars and ultra-processed foods. Stinging nettle or nettle is anti-inflammatory. It has a lot of fiber and a lot of polyphenols. It has high protein content as well. So your amino acid profile is fantastic in nettle, stinging nettle. Corn silk as well. It's also a diuretic, so it helps to get rid of excess fluids. Pumpkin, horsetail. Horsetail is fantastic because it usually contains a lot of selenium, which is very helpful for your bones. And acai, which is a berry, extremely anti-inflammatory. Prickly pear, too, anti-inflammatory and lots of polyphenols. Ginseng, which is a stimulant, it increases cellular growth, increases healing, and stimulates your immune system as well. Then polyphenols in your colorful fruits, your isoflavones in legumes especially, high fiber intakes, flax seeds and all seeds, but flax seeds especially because it contains 35% omega-3s and 26% protein, and it also decreases estrogen. Estrogen makes cells rapidly divide and rapidly regenerate. So if you have mutated cells, estrogen will make them more rapidly divide, causing the cancer to grow and to spread faster. So you want to decrease estrogen, and flax seeds and other seeds are fantastic in doing this as well. Soy as well as your legumes. And then saw palmetto, which increases your urinary flow, it's anti-inflammatory, and it also strengthens your bladder. So I hope these have all been beneficial and helpful. As always, to God be the glory. Please contact me if you have more specific questions, or you need more specific in-depth help, and stay healthy.